Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, lots of requests for this video. A lot of requests to take a look at what in the world is going on with the British royal family, specifically with Kate right now. Actually, literally a week ago, I had put on my community tab a poll about, video suggestions, especially for the people who were wanting some non-political types of video suggestions, and the British royals got the #1 vote. 49% of the basically 260 people that voted chose this one. So we're going with this one here today. Lots of votes on this. I have lots of things that I feel like I want to say as a preface to this, but first and foremost, let's just dive straight on in that I'm a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. I have a good track record for people who get freaked out by that and want to click away. A good track record here. You might want to just stick around and give it a shot. Just give it a chance. So we're going to take a look into that today to see what it is that we can kind of find out about what's going on behind the scenes. Here is my big caveat. And again, this is not going to be any news to people who have been with the channel for a while, but in case there happen to be any new viewers here today, I just like to mention that in this, I will not be looking for any super sensitive private information that would not later become public. I would only be looking at things that could potentially become public one day. I tend to not look at private figures on this channel or at any time anywhere without permission for that. I only look at public figures and public things. So with this being a more behind the scenes kind of covert, secretive type of reading, and being that it's very sensitive, a lot of people have questions on here about things like Kate's health and about her marriage with Prince William, if there's, concerns about a potential future divorce or things like that. Marriage and health are very sensitive topics, and they're very private topics as well. So how I'm gonna approach this today is I will ask these kind of overall blanket questions, and I'm only going to ask, what is it that could be public information one day, something that could come out to light publicly, that we might figure out later on down the line, that kind of a thing, rather than trying to be especially creepy and pry into things that would never and will never, see the light of day. That's not what we do here on this channel anyway. I think that there's a line to be drawn between entertainment and sensationalism, and then, getting really super invasive. And so I try to blend the two together by saying, okay, they're public figures. We will look into public figures about information that could one day become public, and would most likely become public, and not really delve into things beyond that. So that's how I'm gonna approach it. People also who've watched this channel for a while know that my cards, let me pull them up, my cards right here, that I always ask my guides, what is it that we're allowed to know? What can we know? What are we allowed to know at this time? And so there's already a built-in buffer there, where if there's details or information that we're not meant to know, that we're not allowed to know, it ain't gonna come up in here for me to even see it and say it. That being said, whatever does come up in here, if I see something, I'll say something, so hopefully this is a fair balance to folks, and you know, this is my best attempt at again, bridging that kind of a gap, and trying to answer the call for requests while also being fair, you know, trying to be fair here. So trying my best here, you know, always there's room for improvement, but try my best here with that. So anywho, I'm going to move this microphone right here. Oh, Penelope and her matching blues, matching me and her little blues. I'm going to get shuffled up here. And again, with this list here, I've got all kinds of questions, the primary questions and then backup questions. And so of course the primary questions here that y'all sent in were about Kate's health, and about any potential of her and Prince William divorcing here in the near future, and about this, you know, mystery family photo for Mother's Day, kind of some explanation around that. So we're going to take a look into those things. If we have other extra time, we'll look into other stuff, but I have a feeling that with those questions alone, we're probably gonna get plenty of stuff here to discuss. So gonna do that. And by the way, I have done other videos with royals in the past, and a lot of that stuff has come true over the years. So I've probably only done like maybe 3 or 4 videos. I don't know how many I've done. I don't know what you could classify it as a lot or a little, but I've got other videos over there, and there's been stuff to come true from those videos for anybody who's interested. So if people want to kind of go take a look at that, then there's a playlist. It's probably like a playlist about celebrities or things like that, and you can check that out if that interests you, those previous readings from a while back. So anywho, let's see here. Let me just start, you know, with the main question. People who are concerned about Kate, or there might be some people that are asking about her health that, truth be told, might not be concerned about her. They might just nosily want to know. But most people seem to be saying, oh, it's because we're concerned. So, you know, we'll give the benefit of the doubt and go with that, in terms of what we're allowed to know, what are we permitted to know about this health stuff going on here with, ooh, I did that by accident. I hope that's not a thing. Well, let's hold on. It came out like this. I accidentally tapped it with my finger and it did that. So let's see. Does this card want to insert this reading upright or reverse? Okay, upright the way. So we're just going to ignore what my finger did accidentally. We're going to take that as a true accident because we pitched it and it once again came out in the upright position, which is the way that it came out when I drew the cards initially. So we're just gonna keep that, but I wanted to double check just to make sure. Alrighty, so I'm not gonna get any context just yet. I will wait on that. But this is kind of a walking away, which we are aware of. She's walked away. People have, and I'm going off of what little I've been told here, because again, I don't follow the royals. I don't know much about what's going on here. I've been told by the people who gave me these questions some very basic information. They said that she went in for some sort of abdominal surgery or something, that she hasn't been seen publicly since Christmas, and that there was a very weird Mother's Day photo that came out, that they want me to take a look at. So that's what I know here. That's what we're going off of. Obviously, with this walking away card, she did kind of walk away. She's not in public light right now. And so it makes sense. It's validating that we see that as our first card. That's what set this whole thing off, is that she decided to take a break from being in public view for a while. So that set the scene. There we go. The Star card here in reverse and Queen of Cups in reverse. This is this is kind of heavy. This is heavy emotionally, and this is also heavy in terms of quote unquote new beginnings. The new beginnings card is in reverse. And so when I see that, it's like this was supposed to be something that started new beginnings here, that helped, you know, make something better or new. Like, you know, you go get surgery because you're wanting to be renewed, healed, better from whatever it is that you're getting surgery for. And when these are coming up in reverse, that feels, it feels heavier than that. And so it almost feels like, you know, again, dare I say that there may be potential complications with things that have gone on. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Emperor card upright, the Fool card upright. It seems like, sure, there may be something that's been kind of heavy in this time, physically, emotionally, and even with the Star card being kind of an Aquarian energy, you know, that's got a lot of mental, airy energy as well. So like literally on all the different kind of ways you can look at this, that this seems to be a bit of a heavy time for her, a heavy experience for her. So when we see these cards coming up on the bottom row, this Three of Pentacles in reverse feels very, I guess, paparazzi-ish to me, because we've got this club of people coming up in a reversed position, meaning, you know, not super well intended, not, is it well-intentioned, well-intended? What's the right way to say that? Shit, I don't know. Can't speak English. Can't speak anything else either. So you're stuck with this. But yeah, I see that kind of a paparazzi vibe in reverse because they're not well-meaning. We'll put it that way. They, you know, they know what they're doing, and it's not necessarily a good thing. The Emperor card stepping in is very interesting because this is kind of like something stepping in on her behalf. And I don't know if this is referring to, like her husband or like any particular, figure or something, somebody trying to step in on her behalf. It could be an entity as well, like an organization or something that's trying to step in on her behalf. And the Fool card here is just kind of like we're in a foolhardy stage. It's like anything goes, you know, when there is silence, the first person to break the silence or fill that silence is going to get plenty of attention. So of course you want to be the first one to have information, because then all eyes are going to be on you. And so it feels very, you know, self-serving. So far what we're seeing here seems to be in line with what we've already been told, except for this part here that talks about things that are maybe a bit heavier or more concerning than maybe what we were originally told. As far as I was told, the person said it was routine surgery or something, or like it was planned or something along those lines. Routine or planned, I don't know which word they used, but either way, it seemed to be something that wasn't like, oh, this is an emergency thing or whatever, but this just gives off this kind of heavy, like, again, feels like complications or something type of vibe. And then this is just the vulture free-for-all coming, because whoever gets to be the one to break the silence gets to have all eyes on them. So let's get a little bit further, see what else we're allowed to kind of know on this, go beyond wherever they've kind of taken us so far. Let's see. Woo! Things are falling. All right. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, so with what they're showing here, yeah, they've got her in a reverse position, and so I would be concerned that she's quite unwell, I guess. And, you know, I don't know what kind of surgery this was, or, you know, what all that would entail and what people would expect, you know, for her to be right now, if they would expect her to be unwell right now, or if they would expect her to be doing better right now. I don't know. But the way that these cards are coming is, despite whatever the expectations are, it seems like she's likely doing worse than what the expectations are / were. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, again, this is kind of like a little bit of a spiral, a lot going on here. And the Strength card upright, though, is a good sign to say that she is strong. So she has that going for her strength. But our Nine of Wands in reverse is a lack of resiliency here. So I don't see her having a lot of bounce back at this time. And again, that's kind of concerning. The quote-unquote good news is we've got our Sun card upright, and that is promising for the future. So promising that she's got the kind of support and assistance that she needs that can be helpful. But I see something here that looks worse than what we are supposed to think, or, you know, what maybe they would hope to be portrayed. It looks pretty intense. I'll put that. So it feels like this was probably a bigger deal of a surgery than what they were putting off, and that it didn't go as cleanly, well, whatever, as it was supposed to. The way they're making me feel about that is like the surgery itself would have been fine. It would be the aftermath that is a little dodgy. So again, that word complication keeps coming up here. You know, when people go through surgery and the surgery comes out fine, but then afterwards during healing, things get complicated. You know, I'm sure you've all either had an experience like that, or you've had a loved one that you've watched have an experience like that. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing here. And also for the fact that the Sun card is here and they're giving her a Queen of Wands, these have sunflowers on it. The sunflowers are always representing fertility and things like that. So I imagine whatever this situation is, and again, abdominal, I don't know if they mean like, oh, it's a bowel obstruction or something, you know, I don't know. But whatever this is, it feels like it can have implications on either her current children or the ability to have children or something like that. Like it feels associated with that. Again, I hesitate to push that further because of the whole privacy whatever kind of thing. But we've got that flare going on here. So something here seems like it relates to these types of systems in a body. We'll just say that there's a relationship there with systems and those types of systems in a body, as these are fertility cards that have come up here. So and I don't know her age. I don't know whether or not they were going to have additional children in the future. I don't know how that plays out, because again, I don't follow the British royals. But this is giving, you know, family planning type vibes and things not going so well in that department, health in that department. Also, another thing, seeing some kind of shaky stuff here, the Lover's card is in reverse. So that feels like it's that they are already segueing off of the topic of her health and going into the topic of people worrying about her relationship with Prince William, and if there is a, you know, divorce in the future, things like that. So it looks like they're wanting to go there and bring that up next. And I will say, seeing the Lover's card in reverse is maybe not the best sign, because I don't know the nature of their relationship. I don't know if it's presented to be rocky or to be fabulous or to just be very neutral and doesn't really show one way or the other. But this does kind of insinuate some trouble in paradise. So, you know, we'll say that there. I will get these shuffled up. I want to be able to kind of shuffle them back into the deck, all of these, and we'll pull more, kind of moving to that topic and seeing where that takes us. And then I have down here on the sticky note about looking into this Mother's Day photo as well, and kind of figuring out, sorting out truth from lies, in that, intentions, and all that kind of stuff that people are like, I don't know about that. It is sus. So we'll take a peek there as well. But okay, gonna get shuffled up here, shuffled up here. Alrighty, as I'm getting shuffled up too, just for folks to know, we do have channel membership for anybody that would like to be a member of the Perk Squad. You get extra videos, extra posts, you get weekly forecasts for what's coming up every week to get a heads up before the week goes down of what you might be kind of looking forward to that week. All of this type of stuff. You also get cute little emojis. You get your own little Penelope by your name. All these things. So if you want to be a member of the Perk Squad, then you can join by clicking the blue join button next to the subscribe button, or by using the link in the description. All of that will take you there to the Perk Squad. And one of the perks are video shout outs. So shout out to you, Ariana, and thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. Happy to have you here. So shout out to you, Ariana, and thank you for being a member. All right. We love it, don't we, Penelope? Yes. Penelope says yes. Welcome. Welcome, Ariana. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm weirdly cringe. It's just how I am. Thank y'all who sit with it and deal with it anyway. I like it when people can acknowledge someone's weird and be weird together. Weird vibe meets weird vibe. It's fun time. It's fun time. But let's see. So, Princess Kate and her marriage with Prince William. What are we allowed to know? What are we permitted to know about that? Light team. Okay, here. Okay. So, it was showing that there was some struggle bus issues there when it was showing that reversed Lover's card. Here, I've got the Queen of Cups in reverse, so again, there's an emotional heaviness there. So that kind of makes me sad. It feels like as it relates to her health, there's an emotional heaviness. As it relates to her marriage, there's an emotional heaviness. So I have concerns that she maybe is not the most emotionally happy, fulfilled, content kind of person, you know, and a lot of us aren't, and some of us go through times where we are, and then times where it's a bit of a dry spell and stuff like that. But it's just, you know, from one human to another human. It's sad to see that maybe emotionally she's going through a rough patch with both health and romantic relationship. It sucks when you feel like you're struggling in more than one pretty serious domain in your life, you know, like if you're like, oh, my job sucks, but at least my home and family life's good. But it sucks when you're like, oh, this part of my life sucks and this part of my life sucks, but at least these things are good, you know. So it's sad to see that. But I do have our Five of Cups here, which is, it's saying like, hey, there's still some more cups standing here. I know we're disappointed, and we're looking at these that have already fallen over and have emptied out on the ground, and There's disappointment there. There's sadness there. There's things that feel broken there. But, you know, there's also some stuff that still anchors this. There's still some good stuff there. I do, though, see our Five of Pentacles. You know, it's kind of got a similar vibe to that first card. You know, this card wasn't that great either. I mean, it's a disappointment card. Even if it shows like, hey, there's still stuff there that we could look at. Overall, the vibe is very disappointing. This vibe is very emotionally heavy. And this vibe is very like, I'm blocked out. I am locked out. There's no like getting in and connecting here. It would be as if she feels like, how do you kind of call it? I guess I'll just describe it. I was hoping to have like a nice, just one word that would mean this and it would be very articulate, but that word escapes me right now. But, you know, in relationships where things get very mechanical and it's just like, I'm in a routine and I'm going through the motions, and in terms of emotions, it's kind of iced out. It's icy, it's cold, it's stiff. There's not a lot of emotional vibrancy and richness there. It's just stiff and routine. That's kind of what this is feeling here. So it might be that her marriage is in one of those types of ruts. Any of y'all who have ever been married understands that that's a risk that people run in marriage, and some people say literally you cannot escape that at some point in your marriage, even if it's for a short while. That kind of a thing happens, especially if you have kids and things that you're doing, other responsibilities. Sometimes it's hard to kind of keep flames lit and things like that, but this feels very icy. The Nine of Pentacles upright, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Justice card upright. I will say that the Nine of Pentacles upright is usually a singles card, and so it does kind of suggest that in some ways she has that kind of feeling like sometimes it feels no different than being single, you know, in terms of like, okay, so where's the connection? Where's the bond? Where's the depth in ways that could make it feel like I'm in a relationship and not just by myself alone or whatever. So there's perhaps some of that in there. Although I will say that with this coming up in the upright position, it also could mean that sometimes she might prefer it that way. So if there are times where she might have a reason to be mad at Prince William, or where he's getting on her nerves some kind of a way, it might feel nice to be like, fine, fuck it, go off and do whatever it is you have to do your duties, and I need a break from you or something. So that might actually feel like a reprieve sometimes, even if it's still kind of cold overall. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is not a great sign, because this means things are not getting worked on appropriately. So for marriages to be preserved and be happy, you have to work on it. Certain things have to be done. You have to keep working at it. There's, you know, you can't just... You have to be authentic. You have to face things. You have to have hard conversations. You have to change things up. You have to do a lot. And I don't necessarily feel convinced that those things are happening right now, at least. Or that they have really happened thus far. That doesn't mean that there's not a potential for it in the future, but it seems like it right now. And then the Justice card upright, though, I mean, if we were talking divorce, I'd be more likely to see it in a reverse position. The fact that I see it upright feels like it's one of those, sorry, divorce isn't an option. It's more of an option for us to both feel kind of miserable and try to fake it till we make it and figure out what else can make you happy and what else can make you happy, and just try to make the best of it to do our duty. But you know, we've got to stay connected. It feels again like when people are like, no, high stakes, marriage is forever, divorce is not an option. So that that feels very important here to them. And I know that's important to everybody, and I know that's important especially to royals, but like here, it just feels really like high stakes or hugely important. Matter of fact, because it's kind of giving like a really big intensity here, I'm going to pull a few more to see like if there's any context around some of that intensity here, because it's just like they gave us context in the last one around the health. What in the world with this intensity? Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'm supposed to say what I see. I mean, they did give me this information, but it does feel sensitive. Maybe it's already out there. Maybe it's already out there. I don't follow the royals. Maybe it's already out there. Is it already out there? Or are there perhaps rumors that one day could come to fruition that maybe there's potentially some infidelity in this marriage? It might already be out there. If it's not out there and it's like rumor mill, it feels like that could one day become a little bit more out there and a little bit less rumory, because I'm seeing some stuff with that. I'm also seeing some stuff here with our Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like wanting to break cycles. And so it kind of feels like as if William is like, no, I can't repeat the cycle that my dad did with Diana and what's the other lady's name? I'm sorry. Camilla. I can't repeat that cycle. That embarrassment would be way too much. I don't want that kind of embarrassment. And so this is literally what it's going to be. I will not go through that embarrassment. So there is no moving on. There is only staying together. There is no moving on. I feel like there have been people that have said or alluded to the fact, and I don't know if they're right or not, but that people have alluded to the fact that even Queen Elizabeth herself, that she and Philip may have had some kind of an arrangement like that where they were not super, romantically involved and great and having a wonderful time with each other as soulmates, but that they were like, hey, duty calls, we're staying married no matter what, kind of thing. It does feel very similar to that here. So it feels, this sucks. This sucks. I'm just putting it out there. This sucks. It sucks for everybody. It feels like there have been some rumors about relationship stuff that is likely to be highlighted more in coming years, that there are potential truths that could come out a bit more, and things like that. So it feels here that this is a major like gripping in, trying to keep control, trying to save face, trying to paint a picture of things being a certain way. And it is not that, but it's going to be portrayed as that, and they're going to continue to play the game for as long as they need to, because it's too high stakes and they're unwilling to repeat past patterns, and they're going to follow the lead above, the generation above instead, is what it's looking more like here. So yeah, there's a lot of hidden stuff here. This is just downright uncomfortable. Anything else that just with this, anything else? Yeah. Moon card upright means things are shoved deep, deep down in there, and people are going to try to avoid having any of that come out, just shoved deep, deep down because of Six of Wands, trying to save face and, you know, looking good and full. Others will be none the wiser, you know, if you don't confirm anything, you know, then if you ignore it, it's not there, kind of thing. But I would also be concerned with the Fool card. Again, I hate to say this because again, whatever, if it's here, I asked what we're allowed to know, things that could come out later publicly. And so, you know, gonna roll with it. I don't know if there is a chance, and like I said, I swear I do not follow this stuff. I have no idea if this is already a rumor out there or if it's not a rumor out there and it will be later. But y'all know also with the Fool card that sometimes that is our childlike energy. I would hate to find out that he has a child out there somewhere that's not, you know, one of the ones that they claim. I don't know how to say these things. Like, I sat here and was like, I'm going to be so, you know, try to be so fair and neutral and respectful, and this feels like we're going to close this chapter down and move on to the photograph is what this feels like, because I don't know if that's out there yet or if it will be out there later, but there's a vibe like that going on here, related to Prince William. So, y'all let me know in the comments. And we're going to move on to the photo, this Mother's Day photo. So I'm going to pull those up and reshuffle the cards all together. That is not where I thought that was going to go at all. I mean, whatever, I shouldn't be surprised at this point. A lot of readings that I get into, it ends up going in places where I was like, oh, I didn't know that was going to go there. So whatever, it is what it is. It is what it is. I just go by what I see, and that's all I can do here. So, okay. All right. So about the photo, people were saying, you know, oh, it's fake. No, it's not. Or, oh, well, it is fake, but, you know, she edited it. Kate edited it because Kate does photography and Photoshop, and so she edited it. And other people were like, no, it's fake because she was never even in the picture or something. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that people were telling me about this picture being fake or whatever. So I'm just gonna, you know, blanketly ask, what are we allowed to know about this famous Mother's Day photo, and get some sort of potential insights on that. So as I pull cards on that, then just as a reminder, if you'd like a private reading from me, my website is BeasTalksAndTarot.com. You can book a private reading. Also have other services on there like Reiki Energy Healing, life coaching, and tarot tutoring for people who want to read the cards like me. So all of that's on my website, private readings and stuff, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. You can check it out if you're interested. So, photo. Oh man, already starting out on quite a foot here. So the Nine of Swords in reverse, paranoia card. Five of Swords upright, somebody trying to walk away from something. Four of Wands upright, happy family. So it's like we're paranoid about the, I guess, rumor mill or the peanut gallery saying what they're saying about Kate's absence. We feel like we want to get away from that. Let's restore a happy family. But it does very much so look like there's secrets and issues here. These two cards are in reverse, which isn't good. This card being upright isn't good. So literally the whole bottom row here feels secretive and deceptive here. The Moon card being upright, everything's shoved down, everything's like hidden, and it's not meant to leak out. It's all suppressed and hidden. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like, God, it's like, okay, if this was upright, it's like, here's this is what happened. If it's in reverse, it's like, this isn't even what's happened. Like, feels like a lie. It's not even what's happened. And the Empress card in reverse, I mean, this is the mother of the tarot. This is the mother card. The mother card's coming up in reverse. Like, hidden, didn't happen, mother card coming up in reverse. I don't feel like she was actually in that photo looking at this. And again, this is stuff that could come to light later. Hopefully it hasn't already come to light. Maybe it has. I don't know. Here I am filming on Wednesday, March 13th. And, you know, who knows what has or hasn't already come true. Well, y'all would know if y'all are following this. Like I said, I'm trying to, you know, not follow it and stuff beyond the questions that I got that y'all gave me for me to look into here. But like, this is like she's missing from the photo and they're hiding the fact that she's missing from the photo. So I don't think it's like, oh, she was in the photo and she didn't look well, so they adjusted it so that she could look well or something like that. It looks more like, and I don't even really know how this would be done, but I assume that people say you can do literally anything in Photoshop. So I'm just going to take that at its word that you can do anything in Photoshop. So I don't know if there's like literally a picture of the kids and you can literally put another person in the picture and make it look like they're all together in like a realistic looking way or something. Not like, oh, that's so fucking fake that that person is in there. Because I did see a thumbnail of the photo from like when I typed this in to go get a thumbnail for this video. I saw the photo on news outlets thumbnails, and to me, I have an untrained eye, it looked like she's in the photo. But here, you know, I'm seeing different. So, okay, whatever. You know, I'm not going to overanalyze this. Here, let me just pull the damn cards and see what the hell. All right, light team, just kind of explain whatever we're allowed to know about this, please. Okay. Okay. So from what I got here, again, this card coming up, it was coming up in reverse earlier, kind of relating to paparazzi and such. It's coming up like that again. It's like, okay, here they are hounding us. We feel like we have to give them something. Let's wrestle the beast. And, you know, here, this is a family card. It just happens to be in reverse. And it is a Three of Cups card, just happens to be in reverse, and a Knight of Pentacles card just happens to be in reverse. And so this is like, oh, family getting together, but we've got to put our ducks in a row. And with these being in reverse, it feels like if the family had gotten together, you know, at some point, and they just had to get their ducks in a row. Like, I mean, you know, I don't know, grab a photo that you like and you haven't published yet and you think it's great, and, you know, put yourself in it and put it out there kind of thing. So I don't know, this, yeah, just here we have a photo that we like, and you know, it's a great photo of the kids. Let's put mom in it. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Like, I don't know. That's what it's looking like here. I don't know. I feel like I'm lost for words on that, because that's what I'm seeing here, and it looks like it's mostly just because, oh, we've got to wrangle the beast and appease them and kind of give them what they want, you know, kind of thing. But it made it worse, I guess. So yeah, so for people who are saying, like, you know, it's just a photo that they edited so all the kids will be looking in the same direction, you know, and so things will look right, or it was just edited because everybody likes to edit their photos nowadays, or things like that. This looks like, from what I'm seeing here, that however this works, she was not in it, and then now she is in it. So that's a thing, I guess. That's a thing. And it seems like it was just, here's a good picture of the kids, we'll put me in it and put that out there. You know, that feels, that's fake, that's secretive, but it doesn't look like it's hiding anything. Like, people were asking all kinds of questions, like, is she unalived? I don't necessarily see that in any of these things in terms of trying to be secretive, or, you know, is she doing this because of something like incredibly nefarious? You know, somebody also asked, is she missing? Like, I don't know what you mean by missing. Like, someone ran away, someone got kidnapped? Like, what do you mean by missing? I don't see that necessarily. It just feels like, get off my fucking back. Here you go. Here's something. It's cute. And then it's like, boop, backfired. So anything else that we are permitted to know about this? Ooh. Okay. All right. Devil card in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, King of Pentacles upright. This is like, hey, we've got to let go of these things that are hounding us. And so here this goes out because of that. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse is like, this family is just not doing well. But our King of Pentacles is upright, because it's like, but at the end of the day, it has to look okay. It has to look right. Things have to look good, especially William. That, like, from the last thing that we were looking at from the marriage and from this, it looks like, basically, from what I can see here, that the family revolves around making William look okay. Or, you know, and I don't even know how that works, because, like I said, I don't follow them, and I don't know if he does look okay or not, or, you know, whatever. But, like, this whole reading was kind of more aimed around Kate, but it actually has morphed into being more around William, that it's kind of like, listen, he's the one that has to look good to the people. He's the one that has to save face. He's the one that can't look like he's, you know, going through old patterns that his dad has done before him. You know, he's really got to look a certain way, and so anything that happens, he's got to be preserved. Like, you know, do this photo because, you know, we've got to have Chatter down so that the royal family looks good, because we need him to look good. Or, like, stay together in marriage and relationship issues, you know, beyond red flags, because he needs to look okay and things need to look good and be in place. And now that I'm saying all this, and unless I'm mistaken, one of y'all said that there was like I don't know if it was like an apology or a statement about the photo that was released, and that it was like Catherine herself, Kate herself, being like, sorry for this picture or whatever. Like, again, like, oh, whoops, my bad, you know, think of me as being the silly goose who did this and not my husband. I don't know. Everything here just seems to be going more about William, which is interesting. We really started this whole thing about Kate, and it looks like she's not doing well, so I feel for her, and it looks like whatever happened after the surgery, that there are complications we're not hearing about, and that she's doing much worse than had been anticipated, which is worrisome and not cool, you know, whatever. But then everything else with the marriage and the photo all just started drifting into, well, what about Williamsville? Everything revolves around William. Which rubs me wrong. Just saying. I feel like there's probably plenty of things that could be looked into here. Again, very hard to split the difference between asking what we're allowed to know from public figures that will become public one day versus, you know, oh, this feels really sensitive or whatever. So I feel like it's a fine line, and I tried my best to not cross it in this. I may have crossed it anyway, and I'm sorry if I did. I'm trying here. It's hard to do these things, especially live, when you're getting certain information and you've promised your viewers that you say what you see, you know. So it's challenging here. I'm gonna stop it here. For people who think that this is heavy or wild, y'all know at the end of these videos, I always do a little B-roll video, puppy shenanigans at the end of this. So stay for like 30 seconds, a minute, however long, of silly puppy shenanigans at the end of this to kind of let you leave these videos with a smile and a laugh and things like that. So stay tuned for that coming up. Again, BeasTalksAndTarot.com for anybody that would like a private reading. And keep these requests coming. On that poll, people also, the second highest vote was 31% for a video on aliens and, like, you know, ET disclosure or things like that. So, you know, got that on the docket here. And of course, a lot of current events that are coming up that do probably delve into some political matters and stuff like that. Still gonna take a peek into those things and look at that, because I like to look at current events. I like to look at things that are going on here in the world so that we can have some heads up, stuff like that. So I'm sure that we'll be looking into those things as well. And I got a lot of good oops, yeah, here we go. Got a lot of good comments from folks here that they were kind of weighing in as well. So we'll see where that takes us. And hopefully everybody saw, since I forgot to say through this, but that everything said today was all alleged, just my interpretation. Okay, all alleged, just my interpretation. Good track record, but still. So y'all, that was wild. Y'all let me know in the comments all your thoughts and all the things. And yeah, anywho, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. But let me bye, y'all. You know, fighting over the pocket. You're fighting over who gets to sit in the pocket?
We're both in the pocket, yeah. And there's the...
But Teddy keeps like grimacing like he's growling or something because he doesn't want her to be in the pocket. They're fighting over the pocket.
She has her paw on his latching spot. That's the thing.
Oh, he's protesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was on your spot where you latch. Yeah, he tried to latch the other spot just now, but it didn't work. He couldn't latch on it, so he got angry and he started kicking the pillow to move it, and then she got off, and now he can get on his latch spot. He has to latch. Your brother was weaned too early, we think, and so now he has to latch. Hi, Bodhi. Hey, Scoot. Now he has to latch, and he has to latch on that pocket and on that corner like once a day or something. And you were in the way, and he couldn't latch, and he was upset with you. Yeah. Yeah.